including players, coaches, and fans. The New York State Public High School Athletic Association of Section 3 and the Watertown City School District remind everyone that interscholastic athletics are an extension of the classroom and should be conducted with the highest levels of respect and sportsmanship. We ask that all athletes, coaches, and spectators demonstrate positive behavior that reflects the values of fair play, integrity, and respect. Remember, the athletes are students, the coaches are mentors, and the officials are here to ensure a fair contest. Please support them in a positive manner. And it's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting team, let's meet the Indian River Bulls, coached by Coach Callahan. 0, Reagan Ross. Number 1, Trevor Shawcross. Number 2, Ariel Raymond. Number 3, Mason Rowley. And number 5, Mason Mills. And now let's make some noise for our Watertown Cyclones. Coach Adam. Number 1, Eric Walsh. Number 3, K. Richardson. Number 10, Mason Hurst. Number 20, Lucas Scott. And number 24, Sean Robinson. Tonight's game will be officiated by Rob Turner, Jaron Peckham, and Scott Wiley. We now ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor the United States of America with a playing of our national anthem.
Well, good evening and Happy New Year from NBC Watertown. Excited to be back for hometown hoops. We're at Case Middle, home of the Watertown Cyclones, as they host the Indian River Wolves. Connor Lalone alongside Ron Rockwood. Excited to see these two teams. We've seen Indian River once already. We were supposed to see Watertown once, and that got unfortunately postponed due to weather. But two teams with some serious size, some athleticism. What do you expect? I mean, everybody's beating each other this year.
A lot more of what we've seen. Such great basketball in this league. I've been excited to see Watertown, watching what they've been able to do to this point. I've seen so many other teams. They're kind of just beating each other up. Everybody's got a quality team. Who puts it together on each given night?
Indian River will open the scoring. Raymond palmed that tip and threw it up to Mason Mills, who was able to lay it in for the first bucket of the game.
Seems like Watertown's going to have a size advantage, but Indian River just littered with athletes all over the floor.
So like we said, our first look at this Watertown team who took down Carthage, their only loss of the year. That one's going to sneak out of play as Eric Walsh was trying to come back up top for Mason Hurst. So Indian River now with a 2-point lead and looking to improve on their good start. Ariel Raymond steps back, then dishes into the post. Mills in the paint, turns, tough shot. That might have been tipped off the front iron. Offensive rebound for Reagan Ross, and Raymond will save it right at half court. Handed off in the quick three. Off the left side, rebounded by Watertown.
Oh,
they
nice
go the other
up-ahead
way.
Pass.
Shot was blocked underneath, but foul whistled, and heading to the line is Kamori Richardson for 2.
Not just the eyes to be looking up ahead, but to put that on the money in traffic. That was a great outlet.
Good on the first from Richardson.
What I see from Watertown early, looking to get up and down the court, and we know Indian River likes to run, put that athleticism on display. We could see a pretty fast-paced game here, potentially a lot of scoring.
Ross and Raymond play catch. Free throw line turning. Good
Nice
feed underneath
pass.
from Mills to find Shawcross. Wash. Pass up top for Hurst. Hurst tripled at the top of the arc, looking to go into the corner. Does. They keep it there. Watertown down to 15 on this shot clock. Hurst, top of the arc for Richardson. He had it taken away, but Hurst able to come up with a loose ball. Goes out wide for Wash. Eric Wash, deep three. Off the back iron, and a fight for the rebound. Taken away.
Wow. And
Trevor
Wash
Shawcross.
took it right back. Oh, missed the gimme.
Unable to convert down low was Robinson, and now the long outlet pass deflected
hustle
out of
back.
bounds by Lucas Scott. Already a really good pace,
Yeah,
like
both
you said.
of these
Ron.
teams look like they want to run. And scrappy inside. The refs kind of swallowing the whistles here early on. Let them play. Nothing, out of hand, but they're not calling the ticky-tack stuff. I like that. Let them play.
Raymond out to Mason Rowley. Gets it right back. Raymond, deep three.
Bang, nice ball. It's just a smooth stroke, so high arcing. Just looks soft.
7-2 now. Indian River with the lead. Watertown's offense hasn't really gotten a great look other than the one right underneath that Robinson missed. Wash comes up top. Mason
So
Hurst had it
active
taken
up
away.
top. Boy.
And
Wow,
what a pass.
fantastic.
Raymond blocked
And
underneath.
Wash.
Oh, they called a
Ooh.
foul. A little bit of a late whistle from Wiley there, but
Great hustle to get back.
I
Fantastic save
thought
along
Wash
the
got the
sideline.
ball, but
So
maybe
did
just
I.
too much of the body underneath is probably what drew the whistle. His first foul. First against Watertown, and Indian River will head to the line out of the timeout.
Not really sure the whistle did Indian River any favors because they were the only person under the basket.
Yeah.
That was an easy putback. Yeah, Watertown, I think they're going to have to – I feel like they want to go to Hurst, and there's clearly an effort from Indian River to not let him get his. They're doubling him as soon as he gets the ball up top. Such active hands on Indian River. Jeez, it just seems like their hands are on every pass, any ball going into the lane at all.
Yeah, and that's what we saw from them in that Carthage game, too, that allowed them to get out to a big lead. Combine that with their ability to shoot from beyond the arc. Just the 1-3 for him, but I've shown you that they're willing to drive to the basket as well. Raymond gets his own rebound off the missed free throw, then turns and throws it right back up off the back iron, and rebounded by Watertown. Richardson came up with it after it was tipped around a little bit. Mason Hurst immediately picked up at the top of the arc. Good
Nice
pass
look.
down low. Shot wouldn't go for Scott, but an offensive rebound for Robinson. Back to Hurst, and he's doubled again. Hurst tries to dribble through the double team, dishes off to Wash. They go back to Mason Hurst at the top of the arc. Almost tripled when he gets the ball. Wash from deep, off the back iron and out. And rebounded by Trevor Shawcross. Tough shots here for Watertown to start the night. Shawcross into the lane, draws the foul.
Watertown's got their hands full tonight. All kinds of energy out of the Indian River team. Offensively, defensively, nobody's standing still. And like you said earlier, we know they can shoot it. As soon as Watertown starts to pack that in, you got to figure Indian River's going to be looking for those triples.
One more coming up for Shawcross at the line. 8-2, 9-2. 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Trey Erf into the game. Now Richardson to Hurst. Back to Erf up top. He's doubled at the top of that zone from Indian River. Richardson down low. Kamori goes back up to the free throw line.
Triple
Hurst.
team.
What a great pass underneath and a turn
Nice
and spin. Sean Robinson will lay it in.
Cyclones around Hurst going to want to keep their eyes open because he's clearly a good passer and they're doing everything to get the ball out of his hands. Double teaming and then triple anytime he gets inside the circle, or inside the arc, excuse me.
Free throw line jumper wouldn't go for Mills. Kamori Richardson came up with the rebound and was tied up by Ross. And the arrow favors Watertown.
Wondered if Indian River might throw a little bit of a press on here just to. Oh,
good
nice
pass underneath.
Look. That's a great pass.
Wash to Scott.
Watertown fighting back into it here.
9-6 now. Indian River with the lead in the first quarter. 3:20 to go. And travel called as Mason Mills couldn't get out of the trap. Hurst.
Another good look.
Yeah, tough pass underneath, and it was tipped and taken away by Mason Mills. Up the near side, Rowley, and foul call.
See that coming. A lot of times they'll get a turnover like that. You hate to call it frustration, but they want to make up for the bad play. End up picking up a foul on top of it.
First foul on Mason Hurst. The ball comes inbound to Mason Mills. Mason Mills hands off to Mason Rowley. A bunch of Masons out there tonight. Rowley into the corner for Ariel Raymond. Raymond back up top. Rowley doubled there. Into the post, out into the corner for Ross. Rowley underneath. Tough shot. Great finish. Mason Mills underneath. Hurst to Erf, top of the arc. Back to Mason Hurst. Hurst had it tipped and taken away, stolen by Shawcross. He throws it up ahead for Mason Mills. Mills, floater wouldn't go, nearly came up with his own rebound. A foul is called. Foul on the floor, so Indian River will inbound down to our right-hand side. Raymond will do so. Corner three on the inbound.
Nice stroke.
Mason Rowley from deep. 14-6 now. Erf, near side, three from Richardson, strong. Offensive rebound though, Sean Robinson. Hurst into the corner for Flowers, gets it back, thought about the three, instead drives in. Now backing in at the free throw line, picks up his dribble, they go to Erf, and then Richardson is fouled underneath as jumping over his back was Mason Rowley.
Excellent ball movement out of Watertown. They're just not able to get, well, they're getting no looks from three. Just tough to get clean shots off of that active Indian River defense.
Richardson. Robinson had trouble handling the inbound pass, but he is in the corner with the basketball. Throws it up top. Richardson reeled it in well. Goes right into the lane. Great find underneath.
Pass.
Terrific ball movement from Richardson to find Robinson underneath. Rowley. They swing it around for Shawcross. Now back to Raymond. Ross against Flowers. Out to the near side. Rowley into the lane. Draws another foul.
Oof.
Second foul already on Richardson. Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. And it sends Mason Rowley to the line. Fifth foul on Watertown, too. So Indian River in the bonus for the last minute 20 of the first quarter.
They've left a few points on the line already.
Wash checks back in for Watertown. Second is good for Rowley. Minute 15 to go in the first quarter. Watertown trailing 15-8. Irf underneath. Good feed to find Flowers. Out to Wash from the corner.
Nice rope. Just a 4-point game.
Yeah, lead down to 4 for
Feel like
Indian
Indian
River.
River has played really well and to only lead by 4.
Shawcross, hands off. Rowley into the lane. Rowley, tough finish. Rowley's a big kid. He gives up a little bit of size, though, against Robinson down low. Didn't matter as he laid it in with the right hand. Trey Irf, top of the arc. That's Mason Hurst. Irf from deep.
Bang. Watertown finding some space for some triples here. Had no room early on, but one possession game as we shot clock off. Last possession likely of the first quarter.
Rowley controls, hands off for Ross. Raymond, Shawcross, back to Raymond. 4 to go now. Rowley wants the last shot. He hands off, though, for Raymond. Raymond had to hold on to that one.
Wash did a nice job affecting that shot without committing a foul. Pretty good first quarter, pretty fast paced, not a lot of whistles. Athletic basketball.
It's a pretty good
Shaping
shooting,
up pretty
too.
well, yeah. Yeah, Watertown really started to find the range there late in the quarter.
Good start.
That's going to be a key. I mean, they used that first few minutes. They had Hurst really trapped anytime he had the ball. Start having some guys make some perimeter shots, they're going to have to back those guards off and cover somebody else. And they do such a nice job of the ball movement. I feel like there were 3 or 4 bullet passes right under the rim for easy layups. And Indian River, they just do what they do. Everybody constant motion, and somebody's going to get an open look. Just so athletic. Can't ask for much more in the first quarter. Saw a little bit of everything. Good basketball.
Really, really good start to the new year here on NBC Watertown. Hometown Hoops presented by the Bob Johnson Auto Group. We got a couple more games coming up this week. In Lafargeville tomorrow night as they host Thousand Islands. That's the Lafargeville boys, and then the Lafargeville girls on Thursday night. They're at Sackett's. A couple of teams that are off to pretty good starts in the Frontier League. Here in Watertown, it's 17-14 as we start the second quarter. Indian River with the lead and the basketball. Mason Rowley gets the screen. Now it works all the way out. It wasn't designed for Raymond, but he ends up with the basketball against Hurst. Rowley got it from Ross. Hands off for Ariel Raymond. Raymond driving into the lane. Raymond looked to pass, but it was taken away. Threw it right to Eric Wash. And Wash, good bounce pass down low.
Nice look.
Tried to get it back to him. Instead, it ends up with Trey Earth. Lead to 1 for Indian River. Rowley, shot cross, dished off. Shot wouldn't go for Reagan Ross. Offensive rebound for Mason Mills. And another foul underneath. They're going to get Trey Earth on the shooting foul. His first against Watertown here in the second quarter, just under a minute gone. As Reagan Ross hits the first of 2. Good on the second as well.
First one tonight to go 2 for 2 from the line.
Lead back to 3. Earth against Ross. Out to Eric Wash. Wash against Shawcross, dishing into the corner. Good look for Flowers, but it's short. Ross with the rebound, and he hands off for Mason Rowley. Rowley gets it right back against Wash. Rowley driving into the lane, dishing off. Mills goes up top for Raymond. Watertown bench wanted to travel there against Mills. Shawcross to Rowley. Reagan Ross against Flowers. Good no-look pass out to Trevor Shawcross. Shawcross blocked underneath. Robinson with a rejection, and Wash looking to go in transition. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound.
Got an open triple out here.
Flowers
and he finishes it. Nice shot. He was standing there waiting for the ball.
Ties the game at 19. Rowley, Shawcross, handed off. Ross, and he was bumped and fouled.
Yeah.
Liam Flowers, hand into the back there of Reagan Ross. Raymond into the corner for Ross. They go up top for Rowley. Ariel Raymond against Hurst. Raymond. Rowley into the lane. Rowley. Shot might have been deflected. Missed everything that was made of iron on the way up. Hurst into the lane. Oh,
wow.
Thought he was going to get the roll. He doesn't,
Nice
but Robinson
finish.
on the putback.
I think it's the first shot Hurst has taken.
It was a tough look, and thought he was going to get the roll. He went up with the right hand from the left side, a little finger roll. Robinson there to clean it up. Cyclones with the lead now, 21-19. Raymond. Hurst got a hand on it. Raymond goes through a couple of guys, lost the handle out of bounds, but it came off of Watertown, and Indian River will keep it with 5:05 to go in the first half.
Watertown has turned up that defensive intensity here in the second quarter. A lot more active on that end of the floor. And it's reflected in the scoreboard. They continue to knock down threes and playing good defense.
Ross will inbound.
Pretty good recipe.
Tough pass into the corner. Rowley into the lane. That shot wouldn't go. This is out of bounds, but it came off of Mason Mills last.
They've let that go, but he certainly uses that elbow to create space for himself. Surprised they haven't called it.
Eric Wash over half court. Comes out to Trey Earth. Picked up by Rowley at the top of the arc. They come out to Mason Hurst. Hurst gets the screen from Robinson. Goes to the opposite side. Steps back out to Wash, who thought about the three. He goes back up top to Hurst. Hurst wanted the screen. Again, goes the opposite way. Looking underneath for Robinson. Doesn't get it, but he gets his own rebound and then puts it back in.
Well, they're getting it to him at point-blank range underneath the basket. Oh,
tough look underneath, and Robinson got a hand on it. Jaden McKinney went to the basket, his first involvement in the game for Indian River, and Robinson, he's a big kid underneath.
Yeah, you know, it makes it easier on your defense to be even more aggressive up top, knowing if they go by you got him protecting the rim, and he has done all kinds of that tonight.
McKinney shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the court. Travel and a turnover for Indian River.
Nice run here from Watertown. I feel like it was 19-14 at one point, I believe. I think we got a 9-0 run spanning the end of the first and into the second quarter.
Earth against Rowley. Oh, Wash from deep. Oh! Catch and shoot, Eric Wash.
Wow.
And timeout, Indian River.
Suddenly a 7-point lead. Nice burst out of Watertown. Really, as well as their shooting, it started on the defensive end. They have really turned it up a notch, frustrating Indian River on their end of the court. And it's turning into some transition, and then they find that open shooter, and they're knocking them down.
Yeah, the defensive intensity's been there from both teams from the start. But
yeah,
like you said, Watertown has really ramped it up here the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. And now out to a 7-point lead. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Rowley. Picked up by Wash. Comes out to Reagan Ross. They go right back to Rowley up top. The offense really runs through him, and that pass not on the same page. Rowley and Peyton Leonard, and the ball out of play. Earth picked up by Rowley as he gets over half court. Now Mason Hurst against McKinney. Gets the screen from Robinson. In the lane, foul before the shot. I believe that's going to go against McKinney.
wouldn't have thought we'd get over halfway through the second quarter. Watertown sitting on a 7-point lead and 0 points out of Hurst. He's done a good job staying patient. He's distributed the ball well.
Wash again from deep.
Wow, he's feeling it. Held the pose on that one.
Raymond to Ross. Indian River looking for some offense here in the second quarter. That's a tough shot, and Robinson just goes up over everybody to get the rebound. Watertown the other way with Mason Hurst. Hurst spins at the free throw line, nearly had it taken away, but good hands to keep it. And as Raymond was trying to strip it away from him, and another timeout called by Indian River.
My math's got it now at a 17-0 run. If it was 19-14. Wow. Watertown just stepping on the gas. They're scoring almost every possession and allowing nothing on the defensive end. Whew.
Seen Indian River
showing everything they're capable of, and there's plenty of it. Scores all over the floor, and they work together to play a nice team defense. It really helps having that rim protector underneath.
Yeah, Indian River's dipped into the bench to try to find another scoring option. It just hasn't worked out for him to this point. Watertown doing a really good job of stifling Mason Rowley. After that, there hasn't been much of an outlet for Indian River. Raymond has not hit any shots. He hasn't really even attempted any. Saw him and Ross both lighted up from deep in that loss to Carthage earlier this year. It'll be Raymond to inbound down to our left-hand side, and a little bit of a press here from Watertown as Raymond inbounds it to Rowley. Rowley picked up by Trey Earth in the full court, gets around him momentarily. Handed off. And they swing it all the way around for Trevor Shawcross. Shawcross goes into the corner for Raymond. Raymond gets the screen from Mills. Raymond, fadeaway jumper.
Wow. That's no easy look there.
Wash, back to Earth, into the corner. Flowers Wash
Another
from
one?
way downtown.
Oh, mama. He is feeling it. That was a couple steps behind the arc. 3 straight triples.
Rowley hands off for Raymond. Raymond nearly lost the handle against Wash. Ross. Rowley driving against Wash. He lost the handle. Shot wouldn't go for Hurst in transition, but an offensive rebound and a foul for Eric Wash. Really taking over in the second quarter. 36-21. A minute 44 to go. Wash going to get whistled for the foul. Yep. I think that's his second. Nearly jumped that pass, but Raymond did just enough to shield Wash away from that ball, and the junior guard picks up his second foul, takes a seat for the time being, probably for the remainder of the first half. Raymond from the corner had some space that time. It was too strong. Tipped around by Robinson, but controlled by Ross. He'll take a three, and that's way long, but Raymond with the offensive rebound. Used the hop step to get into the post, but the ball comes out, way downtown. Too strong for Mason Rowley. Another offensive rebound for Ariel Raymond. Then he's stripped of the ball, reaching in. Taking it away was Trey Erf. Here's Liam Flowers the other way. He lost the handle. Stolen right back by Indian River. Good transition defense from Shawcross. And a big collision underneath. It's another foul, as Erf was not going to allow Mason Mills an easy one. And he's going to make him earn it from the line.
Physical but clean defense. It's a good play.
They end up getting Robinson for it, his first. Mills connects on the first, 36-22. No good on the second. Robinson with a rebound. And Indian River just don't really have an answer for Robinson underneath on the glass. The defense, though, swarming, takes it away. Shawcross up ahead to Raymond, and he lays it in transition. The pressure at the top of the arc forcing the turnover as Erf lost the handle.
I think Indian River would love a chance. They can get this down 10 or less at the half. I think they'd be thrilled because it was getting out of hand.
Ball out of bounds. Watertown will keep possession.
About a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. See if Indian River can get a hold here and try to put some points up just before the half.
Mason Hurst had it poked out of bounds, and again, Watertown will keep.
I'm not sure.
Maybe not.
Oh, they're giving that to Indian River.
So the shot clock will turn off with 20 seconds to go. Indian River forces another turnover. Chance here to get the game to 10 or less. Rowley into the post. Pass underneath. Deflected and taken away. Flowers has Hurst. Hurst heaves one up.
It was on line. Right on line. It looked great from here.
The rebound in the putback after the buzzer, so the shot will not count, and it'll stay 36-24. But what a good first half between Watertown and Indian River.
Phenomenal second quarter there for Watertown. Boy, that's a great job. I think Indian River might have put up 5 in that second quarter. With the athletes and the shooters they've got, that's some fantastic defense for Watertown to hold that team to 5 points. Far from over. I feel like Indian River put a little something together there at the end of the quarter, maybe figured out a little something on the defensive end. They started out great, and then, boy, Watertown just clicked there middle of the first quarter through almost the entire second quarter, maybe that last minute. Boy, they got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, the ball movement.
Hurst has done almost nothing. Missed a couple layups. I think he's got 1 bucket.
And they haven't needed
Wash knocked down some threes. Just several options. They're hard to cover, hard to play.
So it's a 12-point lead for Watertown heading into the break. Hometown Hoops here on NBC Watertown, presented as always by the Bob Johnson Auto Group, as well as our friends at E&V Energy, the Church Street Diner. .850 is what the clock reads, so we'll see you in about 8 minutes for the second half between Watertown and Indian River here from Case Middle. Welcome back inside the gymnasium here at Case Middle, where the Watertown Cyclones are out to a 12-point lead as we start the second half on the back of a huge second quarter for the Cyclone defense and Eric Wash.
Yeah, he started making those threes, and then that started opening up stuff inside. They got a few easy buckets. They looked really good in that second quarter.
Hometown Hoops here on NBC Watertown. My name's Connor Lalone alongside Ron Rockwood. Like I said, we get set for the second half. Two teams put on a pretty good show for us in the first 16 minutes. Maury Richardson back into the game for Watertown to start the half. They go down low for Mason Hurst. He's doubled in the post. Tries to go right through it anyway. Got his own rebound.
Wow.
Draws a foul underneath.
Grabs
Just
that board in a ton of traffic.
Determination. Pure effort. Foul on Shawcross. Sends Hurst to the line.
Nice stroke.
Yep. Mason Hurst, a pretty impressive athlete. We saw him on a football field this year. Started a game against Carthage at wide receiver. Ended up playing quarterback and threw a touchdown pass. It was pretty entertaining stuff. Yeah. Clearly carries over to the basketball court as well. You see the offense kind of runs through him, even though he hasn't had a huge impact offensively in this game. Indian River fighting for that rebound is Shawcross, and they come out to Rowley.
That's a big shot.
Couple of big threes now.
They needed that.
Indian River are going to have to continue to hit from deep, you would think, to answer what this Cyclones team has done. Wash. Several threes in that second quarter. He's going to turn this one over, or maybe not. Ball's out of play, last touch by Ariel Raymond.
No reset of the shot clocks. They're down to 16. I'm assuming they realize it.
Wash. Shot clock now down to 10 as he drives into the lane. Great pass underneath. Just so smooth. Disguised it really well.
Yeah.
Robinson lays it in. He's been
got
impressive
great hands
at both
underneath.
ends. Yeah.
A lot of quick passes. A couple no-look passes. That three would help.
Mason Mills can't get it to go. Robinson right on cue with the rebound and the outlet for Wash to come out to Hurst. Hurst against Shawcross. Crosses him up, goes into the lane.
Nice look. He knew he was back there. That's a great play.
Big smile on his face, too, as he jogs back to get in defensive coverage. Mason Hurst. A two-hand behind the back over your head. No-look pass.
Well, he took the whole four defenders with him. He knew Robinson was behind him with nobody on him, and Robinson's always got his eyes open for the ball. He's caught a bunch of those passes already tonight.
Floater from Rowley, 42-29. Here's Eric Wash, gets the screen, steps back, and immediately closed down by Mason Mills. Ball down low, Hurst.
Oh, yes, sir. Explodes to the bucket.
First time he's really gotten the wrong side of his man, had a lane to the basket.
There wasn't a ton of space there. That was one step and blast.
Slams it home.
Great.
Wash with the rebound off the missed three.
Nice look again underneath.
Richardson, pump fake, and then the rebound. Shawcross, good hands underneath to hold on to that one, too, after the board. Looking to go fast, Rowley, and he is fouled underneath. Boy. Yeah, I thought, again, looked like Robinson got a hand on the ball, but, well, the foul is going to go against Scott, so Robinson's block was clean. But Mason Rowley to the line for two.
Pretty nice sequence there for Hurst.
Yeah.
The behind the back or behind the head no look pass for the layup for Robinson. And the next time down the court he takes it himself. One step and a stuff.
One-handed jam. Richardson, top of the arc. McKinney at the top of that 2-3 zone. Wash from deep again. That's strong. Robinson with a board.
That's
and
a walk.
then he traveled it.
Good hands inside. I was just about to say they got to do something to disrupt him in here. Once he gets the ball underneath, he's been automatic. Some quick hands helped him out there. And Indian River still hanging, 13-point game.
Shawcross off the court now in favor of McKinney. Mills, handed off for Raymond against Wash. Spins out of trouble, Ariel Raymond. Nine on the shot clock as Raymond dishes out. Rowley from deep, short, rebounded by Hurst. Hurst looks over his shoulder, sees McKinney, gets around Mason Rowley, Mason Hurst. Good feed underneath. Now out, Wash is wide open in the corner. And a foul underneath as Mason Rowley was battling for position underneath with Richardson, got him on the arm.
Richardson saw the three go up and thought they called it on him.
Second foul against Rowley.
Had Watertown running their play, and they hadn't given the ball, Richardson the ball to bring it in yet. A
Hurst.
deep triple. Oh!
They were
just playing with him now.
They were daring him to shoot.
Honestly, the first time they've had anybody off of him when he's had the ball. So he took it and drained it.
Raymond gets the screen from Mills. He's going to pull from right on. Shot wouldn't go. It's tipped around, though, and rebounded by Rowley,
Nice
who puts
finish.
it in through some contact.
Still hanging, 14.
Irf into the lane. Oh,
Wow,
saved
nice
by
save.
Wash right here on the near sideline. Skip pass out to Richardson.
Going to get it back to him. That
Saved in the corner.
Jeez.
Terrific hands from Hurst. Good pass underneath.
Wow.
That offense is fun to watch when they
That
move
is
the ball like
tough to
that.
stop. Ugh.
Couple of passes that looked like they were destined to be turnovers, and just the athleticism from Watertown to save them. Reagan Ross into the post, and
They just keep coming.
pull-up jumper is good. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
If that Watertown offense sputters at all, Indian River's going to be right there.
Hurst,
There's
Richardson down lower,
Wow.
Robertson
They're
rather.
able to disrupt that shot. Boy, he gets the ball in good position.
Rowley, they swing it around into the corner. That's Raymond. Pass for McKinney was taken away, and then
He
McKinney's
stepped
going
on
to
the
get
line.
whistled.
Did they call a foul?
Yeah, for the foul. Second foul on McKinney. 3 on Indian River with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Wash's pass deflected out of bounds. He'll inbound in front of his own bench. Comes all the way across here for Richardson, who fields it on a short hop. Irf. A Wash.
They've completely changed their offense. You got Hurst now just camping out in the corner. He's letting Wash and Irf run the show up top. He kind of just hangs out in the corner.
Another offensive rebound and a putback for Sean Robinson. 51-35. Mason Rowley out to the near side. McKinney, and
That's
he's going to
a
get
lot.
whistled for another travel. Tried to back into the post, and
I think he stepped on a foot and lost his balance.
just couldn't get rid of the basketball before that foot came down for a third time. Wash to the bench here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Hurst will carry over half court against Raymond. Mason Hurst has Irf in the corner, goes to him. Trey Irf, top of the arc. That's Liam Flowers. He lost the handle, but it goes right to Robinson underneath.
He doesn't hesitate. He gets the ball down low. He knows what to do with it.
Yeah, Indian River doesn't really have – they have a lot of size, but they don't have anybody that can match
No answer for that.
Robinson underneath.
And such good hands for a kid his size. Really hasn't fumbled a pass all night.
No,
I mean, he's
caught
had a
some
couple
tough
knocked
ones,
away,
too.
but he's caught some tough passes and some no looks. Like he's got his head on a swivel.
Rowley from deep on the moving three, and Robinson comes up with the rebound. Comes out to Trey Earth. And he will slow it down a bit here. Approaching a minute to go in the third quarter. Earth, Flowers, Richardson. They end up going to Hurst. Gets the screen from Richardson. Good
Nice
pass down low to
pass.
find Earth, who stops.
Oh.
Couldn't get it to go, and Robinson tipped it, but only to Trevor Shawcross. Long pass up ahead
Wow,
for Reagan
how's that
Ross.
not a travel?
Ended up turning the ball over, but got it right back. Ross throws it out for Raymond.
Underneath.
Raymond
There it is.
finds McKinney. Tried to go up and under on the reverse, and that wouldn't go. So here's Hurst with 33 seconds remaining. About a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock, and Watertown's going to take a timeout here. Chance for them to draw something up with 26 seconds, on the shot clock.
Indian River's played a better third quarter. They just can't get close to Watertown. Watertown has even inched a little bit further ahead than they were at the half. Extended that lead to 18. Hey, just a really good offense. A lot of weapons. You got shooters. You got a guy underneath that can finish. And you got what I think is a heck of a scorer in Hurst. He hasn't done a ton.
Yeah.
He's just happy to sit back and distribute the ball. You give him a shot, he's going to can it. You give him a lane, he's going to stuff it. But he's happy to just distribute the ball to his teammates. Some phenomenal passes.
Really
Boy.
impressive maturity from Hurst.
Absolutely. Just completely unselfish. And he, from what I've seen, he knows he can score when he feels like it. And he just would rather get his teammates involved. Enjoying himself out there. And honestly, it looks effortless. He doesn't look like he's busting it, but he's always
Richardson right on.
and then
half
behind
court.
it. But
Has the ball now against McKinney. Crosses up, McKinney gets in, dishes out. Flowers. A tough pass for him to handle, but he does.
That's
and
a long.
Yeah, he did travel on the far side.
He looks around like it wasn't. He had to feel like took a stroll down memory lane there. Jesus, 4 steps.
Here's Mason Rowley against Richardson. Lost the handle, but McKinney comes up with it. Pass out to the far side. That's a long 2, I think. Didn't matter as Peyton Leonard couldn't get it to go, and that'll end the third quarter. Yeah, it seemed better offensively for Indian River, but the Watertown offense continued to click.
They just don't have an answer. It's hard to have an answer, even with the athletes Indian River has on the floor. It's hard to guard the 2 or 3 scorers they've got up top and try to come up with an answer when you're undersized underneath. You know, you'd like to double underneath. You can't. There's just too many guys to cover. Watertown, a lot of weapons. And unselfish. Boy, they move the ball really well.
Yeah, that can be the thing. Sometimes you have teams that have players who score well, know they score well, and are looking to do that.
Right, looking to get theirs.
This Watertown team is not like that at all. They move the ball really well. They move the ball with zip.
Yeah.
They move it around quick.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to affect them. They all handle it really well as well. It's been fun to watch so far. You can see how this Watertown team could beat that Carthage team that's 7-1 on the year.
Mm-hmm.
And Indian River nearly did so themselves. So
The Indian River had to leave Carthage that night thinking one definitely got away.
Yep.
They really controlled 2/3, 3/4 of all of the quarters. Just at the end of each one, Carthage kept pulling closer, and in the fourth, they ended up taking the lead.
So it's the Wolves looking to do that to Watertown here as we start the fourth quarter. 53-35 the score. As McKinney's going to lose the handle, this one bounces out of bounds. Watertown is going to keep it. Irf into the backcourt for Hurst, where he's picked up by Ariel Raymond. Hurst used Flowers as a distraction. Foul underneath is offensive foul away from the ball on Kamori Richardson. His third. Rowley. Oh, Richardson takes it away right after picking up his third foul. No reservations at all. And Flowers to Irf underneath. Gets the roll. Sometimes you see a player pick up a third like that and
they
go a little timid.
Step off, yep.
Not at all from Richardson. And again, Rowley's looking to drive right at him. Gets around him this time. Rowley dishing out. McKinney from deep.
Nice stroke.
Here is Richardson driving against McKinney. Hop step. Out for Hurst. Hurst, good handles to get around Raymond, and then his pass down low deflected out of bounds. Good hands underneath from Peyton Leonard.
I feel like he was all along going to pass that ball and just nobody flashed open.
Richardson will sit down as Wash is back in for Watertown. Here is Wash on the inbound pass. Nobody picked him up.
He's been relatively quiet here in the second half after knocking down those 3 triples first and second quarter.
Rowley against Wash now. Hands off for Raymond. Free throw line jumper off the back iron and out.
Ooh,
tipped
nice
around,
board.
Rebounded by Rowley. His shot wouldn't go. Rowley fighting for it. Raymond comes up with a loose ball. And Raymond into the corner. Rowley fakes the 3, steps into a long 2 instead, and that rattles home. Hurst picked up right at half court by Ariel Raymond. Hands off. Eric Wash from deep, dead on.
Nice ball. He was due for one. We just said he'd been quiet.
Lead up to 20 for Watertown. Rowley hands off for Raymond. Now Mason Rowley against Eric Wash. Out for Shawcross, who will pull from deep. That's high off the back iron and out. And rebounded by Wash. One-hand pass up ahead for Hurst. Hurst going to drive against McKinney, who got a hand on the basketball and took it away. Jaden McKinney looking to go with speed. Gets it out to Rowley. He stops, sets his feet, pulls the 3. Goes around the iron and out. McKinney with the offensive rebound. Putback wouldn't go. Another offensive board. It's Shawcross. That's a tough shot.
Geez.
And it's rebounded by Trey Irf. Irf looking to go with speed, trailing no, and taking
nice
the ball
hustle.
away.
Nice hustle.
Was Leonard. Rowley into the lane. A lot of action and no baskets. Leonard
nice
blocked from behind. Robinson thrown up ahead and laid in finally a bucket.
Wow.
Liam Flowers.
Boy, I'd love to see the stat line
Jeez.
on Robinson when this is over. Jeez, he's got to have 4 or 5 blocks.
Yeah.
How many rebounds? Easily a double-double points and rebounds. He's got to have 16, 18, 20 points.
Might have altered that
Another
shot. Got
block.
another block. And Hurst comes away with a rebound.
Goodness, what a great game.
Hurst gets the screen from Robinson. Great
another
feed to
great
find
look.
Irf underneath.
Jeez. Great vision.
Raymond trailing by 24 now.
And have not played poorly.
No. Rowley from
Long
way downtown.
3.
Wouldn't go. Robinson with the rebound, but then it's tipped out of bounds. Cyclones will take it, though. A couple of changes for Indian River. Reagan Ross back in. Gavin LeClaire in for the first time for the Wolves. Maury Richardson back in for the Cyclones, replacing Flowers. Hurst up the near sideline. Gets over half court, and Raymond backs off him a touch. Robinson was in the corner. He's going to come set the screen now as Hurst is harassed
Another
by Raymond.
one?
Hurst.
Oh!
Stuffed by the rim.
Yeah, he took a bad angle.
Raymond lost the handle but draws a foul.
But he cleared that out nicely for Hurst, and he took a bad angle and I think he was a little further from the basket than he thought. Ended up in the corner of the rim instead of right in the squarely at the spot he wanted to get to.
A little bit of a wry smile as he comes back to play defense here. Ross into the post, dishing back out. Gets it to LeClaire. Hand it off. Reagan Ross, long two, too strong. Richardson with a rebound.
Here we go.
One-hand
Feed
pass. Wash on the
alley-oop.
alley-oop.
They had a chance to set that up. That would have brought the house down.
Raymond. Ross out to LeClaire.
Wash.
Into the corner.
Let's scope that.
Shawcross
pass.
draws a foul underneath. It's going to go against Richardson. Or Robinson, rather. Second foul. How active has Sean Robinson been underneath all the blocks, and he's only picked up his second foul with 3 minutes to go. Really impressive stuff from him.
Fantastic.
Sean Connell in for Watertown. So too is Nick Giancona. Shawcross good on the second. 66-42. Hurst. Picked up by Reagan Ross. Hurst gets the screen, goes right to the rim.
Nice
good
dish.
feed. And the finish underneath.
Oh, you get some guys in off the bench and you want them to get points. You got the right guy in Hurst to distribute the ball.
LeClaire from deep.
Bang! Off the bench, knocking one down.
A couple guys coming off the bench and contributing for either team. Giancona sets the screen for Hurst, who goes right to the rim and draws the foul. That's going to go on McKinney. No. They get Ross with it. First foul on Ross is a couple more players ready to come in for Watertown. They empty the bench. Tamir Thomas and Kevin McKnight will both come in.
They better be ready to score. If I've seen anything from Hurst tonight,
He's
going to
gonna
make it
find
a
him.
mission to get them a bucket. Took them all in one possession to get Giancona on the board. Got him one at point blank.
He's a big kid, too. 2-2 from the line for Hurst. LeClaire inbound for Leonard. Peyton Leonard picked up by Hurst. Got around him. Leonard out to LeClaire, who couldn't handle it. Hurst with the steal. Hurst with Tamir Thomas. Thomas blocked underneath, but a foul. It's another foul
Well, he'll go to
on
the
McKinney.
line.
Third on McKinney. Thomas makes the first. Yes, Vespa comes in for Watertown. And Darius Brown in for Indian River. So both teams getting everybody some minutes here late. Thomas 2-2 from the line. LeClaire to Leonard, and McKinney will carry. Approaching 2 minutes to go. McKinney out to LeClaire.
Thought he was going to take another triple.
Made one already. Turnaround Jay. Short, tipped. Giancona with the rebound. Thomas hands off. Kevin McKnight. McKnight driving in, steps back, hands off. Thomas. He'll go into the lane, stops. His pass taken away by McKinney. Jade McKinney. Minute 45 to go. Hand it off. Brown.
Another
Pass
one?
into the corner for LeClaire. Oh, off the hand and out of bounds. Reagan Ross couldn't handle the pass. And here comes the rest of the Indian River bench. Horatio Anand, Jeremy Rodriguez.
Let's see if we can get a couple of these guys a bucket late in the game. Get them on the score sheet. You just need a little second to get them off the floor.
Yeah, Ross was still out there. Indian River had 6 men. McKnight. Minute and a half to go. Kevin McKnight stops. Long 2. Off the back iron. Offensive rebound. Sean Connell from the corner. Oh, Gavin Bull. This one's rebounded by Horatio Anand, who will carry.
And the Watertown starters over there ready to erupt if they knocked one of those down.
Leonard against Tamir Thomas. Leonard right to the basket. Finger roll wouldn't go, and it's rebounded by Sean Connell, but given right back. Leonard. LeClaire from deep again. Off the back iron, rebounded well by Tamir Thomas. And here comes Thomas with speed the other way. Thomas into the lane, got around him. Oh, didn't get the finish. And this one's rebounded by Jeremy Rodriguez. Rodriguez with Thomas right on his back shoulder. Goes to the lane, but he's going to get called for the travel.
That's a Euro stroll. That was long past the Euro step. He started out here behind the arc.
McKnight. Out 6 seconds between the two clocks. McKnight, long 2, wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Oh, the putback wouldn't fall either for Jack Vespa. Leonard, harassed by Thomas. Into the lane, Leonard draws a foul. Or did they call Leonard for one? No, they did. Underneath. Tamir Thomas. Foul on the floor. Leonard will inbound with the shot clock turned off. 20 seconds to go. In a game that looked like was going to be a lot closer than it ended up being. Tough 2.
All right.
Darius Brown. Now Thomas.
Who can they get a bucket for here late? Triple up top. Oh,
wouldn't go for McKnight. And that'll do it. Well, this game, like I was saying, looked like it was going to be an awful lot closer and it ended up being. Watertown stifling defense from the second quarter on.
And just so many weapons on offense. They really looked good. They're going to be a tough out all the way through. Just, I don't know how you defend that entire team. If you pack it down inside, you got shooters, and if you cover your shooters, Robinson's pretty tough underneath.
Really well-rounded team, both on offense and defense. The Watertown Cyclones. Our first look at them was supposed to be against Lowville. Lowville ended up beating Watertown by a healthy margin, which is, again, just a little surprising. You look around the league, we've seen Lowville and a loss to South Jeff. You never know. You never know in the Frontier League.
There's a lot of talent in this division, and these guys just keep knocking each other off. It's fun to watch. Ball players all over the place.
Cyclones with a big win here at home. Reminder, we'll be right back in action tomorrow night from Lafargeville as the Lafargeville Red Knights host the Thousand Island Vikings. And then on Thursday night, the Lafargeville girls will travel to Sackett's, and so will we for a little Class D action. Final from Watertown, 72-47 for the Stream team. Morgan Young, James Stump, Zach Zabriskie, and my commentary partner, Ron Rockwood. My name's Connor Lalone from Case Middle saying take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a great night, everybody.
And we'll see you tomorrow.